General Vexera of the Dominion stood at her warship's observation deck, 6 arms crossed in disgust. Below, Earth sprawled in all its chaotic glory, a death world by every galactic standard. Gravity that would crush most species, weather systems that could strip flesh from bone, and an ecosystem where everything evolved to kill. Pathetic, she clicked to her lieutenant. They cower in metal boxes, hiding from their own planet. How such weakness achieved spaceflight is beyond comprehension. Shall we begin the subjugation protocol, General? Wait. Vexera's compound eyes caught movement in what humans called Central Park. She magnified the view. What are those smaller humans doing? Her lieutenant checked the scanner. Those appear to be human offspring, General. Ages 5 to 12 standard years. Vexera watched in confusion as a group of human children ran directly toward a large Earth canine, a creature her xenobiology files marked as predator species. The beast weighed 40 kilograms, with teeth designed for tearing meat. The children were embracing it. The predator was licking their faces while its tail whipped back and forth. One small human, perhaps 6 years old, climbed onto its back while shrieking. Not in fear, but joy. "They're playing with a predator?" her lieutenant whispered. The scene became more bizarre. Several children ran to a metal construct her tactical computer immediately flagged as potentially lethal. Horizontal bars suspended 3 meters above ground. No safety mechanisms. Gravity at full Earth standard. A 7-year-old human leaped up, grabbed the bars, and swung across using only arm strength. Another child, smaller, followed. Missed a bar, fell 2 meters onto hard ground, stood up laughing with blood on her knee and tried again. "They're bones," the lieutenant muttered. That fall would shatter a Dominion warrior's exoskeleton. "Magnify Sector 7. Vexera ordered, voice uncertain. The display showed a playground. Her military mind cataloged the dangers. A spinning metal disc generating crushing centrifugal force, towers to fall from, chains that could entangle and strangle. Human offspring swarmed over everything. One child stood on something called a swing, pumping legs to go higher. At the Orcs' peak, they simply let go. Vexera watched the small human fly through Earth's crushing gravity, execute a flip, and land in sand. The child emerged spitting grit, laughing, bleeding from a scraped chin, and ran to do it again. "General," her science officer interrupted. "That green space contains over 40 venomous insect species, 17 toxic plants, and billions of hostile microorganisms in the air itself. Evacuate those offspring immediately." "General." "They appear to be having fun." Vexera watched children playing tag, running at speeds that would exhaust adult aliens, making impossible direction changes, leaping obstacles. One tripped, skidded 3 meters across concrete, tearing skin from both knees. The child examined the blood, wiped it on their shirt, and resumed chase. "These are their young?" Her lieutenant pulled more data. "General, this is considered safe play. Historical records show human children once climbed cliff faces for entertainment, swam with marine predators, and played something called cowboys and Indians with actual projectile weapons. On screen, 2 boys had started what looked like combat. They rolled on the ground, each trying to dominate. Adult humans nearby barely glanced over. Negative, General. Heart rates suggest they're bonding." Vexera watched one boy pin the other, both laughing despite forming bruises. They stood, performed some ritual hand gesture, and shared candy. Processed sugar, her files noted, was basically poison in those quantities. A girl, no more than 8, approached the canine from earlier. She grabbed its jaw, forced its mouth open, and stuck her head inside. The beast wagged its tail while she laughed, her head between teeth that could crush bone. "General," the tactical officer said quietly, "if their offspring treat Earth's dangers as entertainment." Vexera didn't need him to finish. If human children played by wrestling predators, falling from heights, and poisoning themselves with sugar while laughing, what would human adults do in combat? "Cancel the subjugation," she ordered, voice hollow. "Mark Earth as Class X hazard. Do not engage." But General, their offspring who considered deadly predators as pets and gravity as a toy. She watched a tiny human jump from a jungle gym, for times their height, landing hard and running off. If that's weak, I don't want to see strong. The Dominion fleet withdrew. The official report simply read, species raises offspring in conditions that would kill most warriors. Recommend extreme caution. Vexera never mentioned what truly terrified her. The human adults sat on benches, drinking poison called coffee, looking bored while their offspring played with death. If that was a relaxing day for human parents, war would be their vacation.